It's time. Let's do a random eyeshadow palette video. So if you're new here, I have all my eyeshadow palettes written down on a tiny piece of paper, stuck in this box, and we draw one out at random and create a look. Once we use that palette, we are putting that piece of paper in the smaller box here so we don't pull it out again. Let's get into it. So we're going to give her a really good mix, and I'm going to pick out a couple just so I have options since I do have green on my shirt today and I already did my base. So we're just going to mix them up, and I like this handful here. No, not even really a handful. We have 3 options. We have Mothership Sublime Seduction, which is a very warm palette, so no. We have Going Coconuts or Transition. Thinking Transition by Dominique Cosmetics because I haven't used that one in a while. And then we just stuck it in here so we don't draw it out again. We did some black liner on the waterline. This is the palette in question. These are all matte shades and neutral, but I do love this palette and I love creating looks with it. Now I do actually like this for smoky eye looks, so I think I'm going to show you like my go-to when it comes to this. Truthfully, my go-to is just slapping on Ash all over the lid into the crease area, but I want to do a little more than that today. So let's pick up a little bit of Toffee first, and this is just like a nice neutral brown shade. It's not too warm, not too cool, and we're just going to define the crease a little bit with this. Then what I want to do is go ahead and pick up Ash, and I'm using kind of a fluffy-ish brush for this. And I am just fluffing this all over the lid. Like, it's smoky on its own. As you can see, like, it's got a little bit of depth to it, but it's also still kind of a lighter shade in my opinion. Especially when you think of a smoky eye. Taking that original brush with a lighter brown shade, just going back into the crease, making sure everything is blended together, which it is. These shadows pretty much blend themselves. Now with the shade Coal, which is a deeper charcoal gray, hence the name Coal, taking a little itty bitty brush here, and we're going to start putting this on the lash line. And I'm just using this to create a little bit of a wing as well. It is going to be a little bit chunky. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Ash again on this brush and lightly go over it to further smoke it out. Just very, very lightly. Then I'm going back in with that small brush in the shade Smoky, which is a black, and I am smoking out the lower lash line. And I'm using the black rather than the gray shades because I am going to go in with the black liquid liner here in a second. I am also going to take a little bit of whatever is left on this brush where we had our lid shade and just blend it out. So this is what we have for eyeshadow. I am going to go in with my black liquid liner. I'm going to do a wing and an inner corner moment. And you can see even with the liquid liner, it still has a little bit of a smoky vibe to it because we did the eyeshadow first. Of course, I decided after my eyeliner, I want to take a little bit more of my face highlight on this inner corner here. Because I did have some there originally. And then a little bit underneath the brow bone. Just so everything's not so matte, there's a little bit of something there. And then for lashes, I just curled them and I am going to load up on mascara. I'm a dummy and I forgot to put my highlighter on this inner portion of my lower lash line. Like I always do this step and somehow today I forgot, but it makes such a big difference. Alright, for lips, I have this new lipstick from Maybelline. It is one of their matte lipsticks in the shade Crop Top. which looks like this, which I think is actually going to go with this really nicely. But I'm going to pair it with the Kevyn Aucoin lip pencil in the shade New Naked, which is just like a nice brown shade. I love this lip liner. I've used it for so many lip combos. This is more of a neutral brown. It's not too cool. It's not too warm. So I feel like it pairs with a lot of different lipsticks. Alright, now that we have that on, let's go ahead and try this lipstick together. I've only swatched it on my hand. I haven't actually tried it on yet. Ooh, and with that lip liner, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna do some with this hair and I'll be right back. And here's the finished look for day 25 of picking a random eyeshadow palette. This is pretty like every day for me. I like a little something smoky, sexy, and this just does it for me. Oh, and that lip combo, I don't think it gets any better than that. And here is another look at this palette. It is very beautiful, neutral, matte. So if that is something you are into, I definitely recommend this one. And these shadows just blend themselves. I love this look. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like any kind of makeup videos, I do a bunch over here, including this makeup challenge. So if you like that, definitely like and subscribe before you leave. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.